Back on Steel and Vance, so excited to be going to the playoffs with our team here in BC, the Vancouver Canucks.
I said earlier, I've got a couple of toes on the bandwagon because, my Oilers, my old home team. But I want the Canucks to do well, and I think that BC needs a boost.
I agree.
Because it's been a bloody nasty last, 4 or 5 years, and people need to be excited about something. So it's cool.
And right now is the 30th anniversary of the Cup run in 1994, which was so epic. I feel so lucky to have been on that journey. But this thing went viral this week. Back in 94 at Madison Square Garden, in that final round, Barry Houlihan, former sports broadcaster at BC TV, found himself interviewing someone you might recognize, and the subject matter was a very good goaltender. Have a look.
We're hockey fans, and you've got some team and you've got some goalie, I can tell you. They met a hell of a team, and they met somebody who's doing an incredible job in goal, as you know about it. I mean, you've been watching this probably for a long time.
Was he spectacular?
He's spectacular. I mean, the first game was incredible. This game, I mean, he is really there taking a lot of shots, many more shots, but he's keeping them right in the game, so he's great.
First time ever I agree with Donald Trump.
Right? Yeah. So we have a very special guest in studio. We have that fabulous goalie here, Kirk McLean. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
What does it feel like now to be an ambassador for the team, watching them and the excitement, and they're almost right at the very top of the standings? Can you watch it like a fan anymore?
I do when they're on the road,
Yeah.
when I'm on my sofa and watching, as I did last night. But during the games, not so much. I'm busy doing my thing. Listening for the horn to go off, that means we score. And then, of course, the moans. If I can hear the moans, it's either a penalty for us or the other team has scored. So,
Yeah.
So it's good. I'm around it enough. I still get the feel. And like you mentioned earlier, it's been a long time. I believe 9 years since they've had a home playoff game. I don't count the bubble, if you will.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of got a little bit of an X beside it.
Yeah.
But exciting times, without a doubt.
So I want to talk a little hockey with you. So if there's someone watching right now who's like, I don't really watch regular season hockey, but I'm ready to go into the playoffs, into the postseason. I love bringing the fans in. I love tugging in those who might be rooting for another team but want to get caught up in it here, because it is special when it happens.
Yeah.
And you've experienced that. So let's get into what you anticipate here for this hockey team.
Well, I guess the last, 5 to 10 games, you can feel it ramping up already.
Yeah.
That playoff atmosphere, the fans are totally excited. They were on the teeter there for quite a long time during the season, trying to figure out if this team was for real or if they were going to falter at some time. And I think, and I'm glad that the team has won most of the city over in that manner. But I tell you, the players are in for a treat. The fans really do come together during the playoffs, and they are that seventh man, if you will, to give the guys an extra nudge, and it's a completely different atmosphere in the playoffs, as you know.
What does it feel like? I mean, you're kind of the man standing alone,
Yeah.
so you have a whole different perspective, but you also have so much pressure. The
Yeah.
goalies, everybody loves them, or the goalie is the GOAT kind of thing. During that playoff time, I'm even getting chills now. What was it like for you? Was there a moment that you'll never forget?
Well, the save.
Yeah.
That's the one that everybody brings up and is the topic of conversation when people see me or want to talk to me. It was, without a doubt, a defining moment in my career. We had really good hockey teams for a span of at least 5-6 years where we battled for President's trophies. We were tops in our division or conference, and we underachieved from myself out in the playoffs, and it starts to wear on you a little bit. You try to stay as positive as you can, especially as a goaltender, because you start hearing the little rumblings. Is he good enough to do it? Can he bring his game to the next level? Can he win that series or win a couple games to help that team get to the next, over that hump and to the next level? And 30 years ago this year, we had a good team. We underachieved in the regular season, backed into the playoffs, and then, of course, did what we did in the playoff series. So it's funny the way the game plays out. That's sport in general, and you know, things can change pretty quickly for an individual, that's for sure.
I want to bring up your rookie card. Okay, so 1989, when you look at this kid and you think to yourself, okay, okay.
That's 2 years into my career.
Is
my
it 2 years
career
in?
here, 87, I got traded here
Oh, it was
from
87.
New Jersey, yeah.
It was mislisted.
Yeah, but...
Okay, but what would you say to that
well,
guy, right?
It looks like I got a little bit of a chubby face right there. I was still, you know, young at whatever, 20 years old I was there, 21 years old, and you know, had a little of an eye-opening experience. You know, I was still, you know, fairly green or really green. I had only played to that point when I got here 6 or 7 NHL games in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Most of my first year pro down in the minors. And then got here and spent most of the season with Richard Brodeur and Frank Caprice. And then Frank, you know, ended up getting sent to the minors, and then at the trading deadline, the King got traded to Hartford for Steve Weeks, who ended up being the best thing for me in my career. Not saying that Richard or Frank weren't, you know, Richard, I was the young guy coming in taking his job, so that it was understandable. We're great friends.
Yeah, amazing.
But, you know, Steve came in, he was at the end of his career, but he really taught me what it took to be a pro, especially as a goaltender, the work ethic and everything he had. And you know, I was able to drop a few pounds as well, because I think, well, I know at the end of that first year in 87, at the year-end meetings, Bob McCammon, KG was the coach at the time, and he just said, you know, you might want to have a different off season, you know, shed a few pounds, because you know you're going to play a lot. You got to be in really good shape.
Game shape.
And we need you. So I took it to heart, and I came back.
Number one in your heart.
Quite a bit later.
Number one in your program.
Do you have any advice for Canucks fans? Because I know, like, it's so thrilling when the team is winning, and then if things don't go great, or you have a bad game, or maybe unfortunately we haven't gone all the way right through to the cup yet. As a player, it's also got to be devastating if you don't have a great game, or you don't actually get what you were hoping to get. What advice would you have for fans? We've seen a couple of riots with disappointed fans.
Well,
it's hard on the players too.
Well, hello. I mean, we're playing. We're out there. We're trying to achieve our goals that we play for, and that's to win a Stanley Cup. And you know, the team has been there three times. You know, 82, 94, and of course 2011. And we all came up short. 2 of those years we went to Game 7. Yeah. You know, the experience is unbelievable, obviously, and you know, when you talk to the community or the public, and they you know, they want to talk about where they were and what they experienced, it's awesome. You know, it's very humbling, and you know, we're happy for the fans, but we didn't do it. You know, we're bridesmaids. You know, we play to win at the end of the day, so it hurts. It hurts to this day. You know, I still can't watch any highlights, you know, of that run, the odd one maybe, but. You know, we got that far and that close, and we couldn't close the deal. Our fans have been incredible. They've been very patient, obviously, and they've rode the roller coaster ride as well. And you know, we have, as they do in every city where there's pro sports, you know, the bandwagoners, but we definitely have an awesome core of true fans and loyal fans, and they ride the wave, win or lose, and they obviously feel it as well when we win and when we lose.
Well, maybe they'll be brides this year.
I got to tell you, I did not know how you eloquently put it right there, that it does still hurt.
Oh,
And so when I said, would you come on and talk about 30 yeyears ago, and you said sure.
Yeah,
and so
well,
it's
a wonderful experience.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what, you go through it and you see what it takes to win a Stanley Cup, and how hard it is to win the toughest trophy in sports, without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
And then you get a real appreciation for the guys that get there, you know, 2 or 3 times, or win 6 cups or 5 cups or 4
Are we
cups.
talking about the Oilers again?
No, not necessarily.
No, I'm kidding.
Not necessarily. Listen, on that 94 team, we had Murray Craven. That was his 3rd kick at the can, and he couldn't close the deal. So, you know, I'm feeling sorry for him, because he's kind of winding down his career at that time. You know, I'm still kind of thinking, okay, I still have a chance. I got a few more years left. There might be a chance to get back, but
Tough one.
It's tough,
Yeah.
and
We got to think about the humanity behind those
Right?
numbers out there for sure.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
might be the team soon.
Yeah, well,
Thanks for sharing, man.
damn straight, yeah.
Yeah, it's super great to have you in.
Thanks for having
Have
me.
fun
You remember Go
watching
Canucks
or
Go.
listening.
Go Canucks
I
Go.
know, listening for the horn.
Yes, exactly.
Thanks, Kirk.
Awesome.
Okay, when we come back, we're talking about a new trend for the summer, micro shorts.
No.
No, what the hell is wrong with people? And you should see it's worse than this.
No.
It's coming up next.
You're not going to believe it. Let's go to our viewing party first, because someone's going to win a $100 gift card to Romer's Steamship. Barb and Langley, it could be you.
Hi, Gret in Victoria. Hello.
There's Gret. I love it. And we've got Laura and Kevin in Pitt Meadows. Hello.
And also Shelley and Burnaby. Thank you all for watching.
Our viewing party is brought to you by the BCRFA, and you can get in on it. Just take a picture of you watching us. Send it to viewingparty@chekmedia.ca.